Hello and welcome to the world of EDC. My name's Jeff, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I wanted to go over some of the knives that are on my wish list, and so we're going to be on Blade HQ and KnifeWorks, looking at some of the knives that I'm very interested in buying. Some of my dream knives. These are, well, the first one's not, but the rest of them are pretty much on the higher end of price, so I won't be getting them anytime soon. But they are knives that I will eventually get. So I did pre-order the paramilitary, or the not paramilitary, the Para 3 lightweight. For that price, I feel like I have to have one. So that's one of the knives that I'm definitely going to be getting as soon as Spyderco gets around to releasing them. Next on the list is this knife here. Not necessarily in this color scheme. This was just the first one that I found. But this is the WE Knives. I think that it's pronounced Arrakis. It's an Isham design. I just really love the lines, just everything about this knife does it for me, except for this color scheme. I'm not too big on that. I think this one right here, or maybe one in carbon fiber, which they're promoting a lot on Instagram right now. So I really do want one of these, but for that price, it'll be after the wedding. For those of you that don't know, I'm getting married in November, so fiance would kill me if I spent that kind of money on a knife right now. Also, another Isham WE Knives. I think it's pronounced Pleroma, but this knife here is just the lines that Isham does is super attractive to me, and I really need to get one of his knives in my collection. Two knives, these two for sure. There's also one that he does with Bestech. It's a really small knife. I think it's called a dragon. No, it's not a dragonfly. It's drawn a blank, but it's a very small knife with it's in Damascus steel for like 110 bucks. I really want one of those. I didn't pull that one up, but I really do love his designs and just that, how everything it really does it for me personally. And then this is like a Grail knife, the Sebenza. I kind of go back and forth between whether I want a Inkosi or a Sebenza. I really wish they would make a large or a medium one closer to 3.5 inches, because here in Colorado, we're not allowed to carry anything over 3.5 inches, and so if I was to get a large, I wouldn't be able to carry it legally, and I don't want that kind of heartache in my life. I'm not a huge fan of lawyers, so I would have to go with a small, which is a decent size blade, right around just shy of the 3-inch mark. But man, with the micarta inlays and I'm not generally a fan of Tanto blades, but the way that they're grind is, from what I've seen in videos and what you see here, that Tanto is just done perfectly. So this is like a Grail knife for me. I really hope to have one of these one day. The only thing that I will say, from what I've seen in videos of it and even in the picture here, I wish this looped over. Why isn't it deep carry pocket clip for, this amount of money? I understand why some knives don't have deep carry pocket clips on them, but this knife here, for me, the reason why I think that it's a huge miss, especially for this cost, is that, not that I'm going around getting my knives pickpocketed all the time, but anybody that isn't on the up and up and knows anything about knives, they're going to be looking for this clip. I guess the same could be true about one that was deep carry. Somebody that's a criminal is going to think that's a Chris Reeves pocket clip, even if it's a deep carry. But my line of thinking on it is if it's deep carry, at least it's less of a threat to have nearly $500 pulled out of your pocket. And maybe I'm just being paranoid, and maybe $500 is a lot for me to lose, and I just want to be extra careful. But that's my line of thinking on it. I don't know if you agree or not. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below how you feel about that. The next one is one that I pulled up. I have been eyeballing a Yojimbo for I don't know how long, over a year. I've held one in the Spyderco shop in Golden, Colorado. I love everything about it. I just never end up pulling the trigger on it. And in carbon fiber, it just, if I was to get one, I'd probably just get it in G10 because I'd want it to be a beater. But they went and put it in carbon fiber, and man, it just really looks really, really nice to me. Just one of those knives I had to throw in there. And then last but not least on my list is this knife right here, especially in this color. And this is probably after the Par 3 lightweight, because I've already pre-ordered that, so I'm gonna get that knife no matter what, whenever it comes out. This knife here I feel super motivated to get pretty soon because it's an exclusive, and from what I understand, KnifeWorks, and I've talked about this in another video and a lot of people have talked about it, once this exclusive is done, they're going to do another one. I'm assuming it may be in a different color, which means I'll probably end up getting another one, because if they did this in like a lime green, I'd be all about it too. But that color scheme right there with the blue is... sorry, I had to check my recording software on my second monitor there. That color scheme to me is just... it's really pretty, and I've always wanted a 940. I just never really felt like it was the right time. And I like 20CV, though I don't have much experience with it. From what I've heard about it, it's really nice. In my experience with it, little though it may be, I really like 20CV. So I really want this knife, and so if I was to put all of the knives that I've gone over in order of which ones I'll get, it's probably obviously the Par 3 lightweight, then this one, Yojimbo, the two WE knives, and then the Chris Reeves Sebenza. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm hoping that you guys like this style of video. I would like to get into some of the upcoming knives. If you guys have any knives that you're eyeballing and you would like for me to do like an online, go on the website, impressions video of it, obviously I won't be able to get all of them in hand, but if you guys like this kind of angle of blades where I talk about some of the news, some of the upcoming stuffs, I'm on a lot of email lists for a lot of the knife manufacturers, Benchmade, Spyderco, ZT, just for signing up to that newsletter. So if you guys would like me to cover those as they come out and talk about my impressions of them, and you know, even if I'm interested, if I'm not so interested, whatever else, I'm definitely happy to do those kind of videos. And even as the channel gets going, I think that's something that I'll rotate into the channel, maybe on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, where I just go over my impressions of knives. This was just my list of ones that I'm definitely after, and for obvious reasons. I mean, I'm sorry if you guys don't like my choices, but man, these knives really do it for me, especially considering that they feel like almost unicorns because of the price. I don't typically, to this point in my knife collecting, under 150 is typically where I try to stay, because I want them to be tools. I don't want to feel bad about using them. So like if I was to get that Sebenza, it would take me a long time to get comfortable with using it. And so I've always tried to keep my knife prices under $150 because I don't feel bad about using it. Once you get over that, it's kind of like, at least the way I know I would feel is, it's hard to beat on a $200, $300, $400, $500 knife. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave your comment down below whether you want to see more like this, if you want me to refine it in any way, and also knives you'd like for me to take a look that you're really eyeballing. I'd be happy to do that for any of you guys. I really am pushing for inclusion. I want all of you guys to feel included. I might not be able to get to everyone's stuff if everybody, you know, decides to hit me with 20 different angles to come at. I'm only one person, but you know, if I get a few, I definitely can cover as much as I can and get you guys involved. And I have a lot of ideas of how to get you guys involved. And so for everybody that's here, I really do appreciate you. Like the videos. That's the best way to support me. It really does help me grow, because it allows my videos to become recommendations, and that's the the number one way to grow on YouTube. And at the end of the day, that's what all content creators are trying to do on YouTube, is grow, and myself included. And Patty has really helped me skyrocket. I was on the slow grind, and now I have a little bit of fuel thrown on the fire, and I really want to take advantage of it. So if you guys can help me out by liking the videos, sharing them, commenting, getting a footprint on YouTube, we can turn this into what my vision for my channel is. And I really do appreciate all of you that have liked all the videos so far. It's been awesome. So much appreciation. Patty, thanks again. If you guys made it to this point, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.